My association with St Saviour's goes back a long way. I began prep school at St Saviour's in 1945, and I did all my primary and secondary education as far as senior up until 1953. During that time, I have memories of the wonderful influence that the Sisters of Mercy had on me as a child growing up, preparing me to face life. In addition to what I had learnt at home, they prepared me to meet all the challenges that life could throw at me, and I had no hesitation in believing that is where my vocation came from, seeing the example of these remarkable women who influenced my life so greatly. I have taken over the role now of being the Sister of Mercy that I admired so much, and I have spent this year, I celebrate 60 years of being one of those Sisters of Mercy, and I put that all down to the fact of the influence that those sisters in my life had on me during my time at St Saviour's.
Thanks for asking me to talk about my education at St Saviour's. I came to St Saviour's as a 13-year-old boarder from North Queensland. Homesick, but excited. Excited to be living with all the other girls, and being away from home was pretty interesting. St Saviour's shaped so much of the rest of my life. The Sisters of Mercy provided an environment of discipline, a love of learning, and they were challenging. They challenged every girl to do her best. I would never have dreamt of going to university, except the principal of the high school, Sister John Marie, said, "You can win a scholarship, and if you don't, you won't have tried hard enough." And I did win a scholarship, and I went to university, the first in my family. The ethos of the Sisters of Mercy, of Catherine McCauley, of a mercy education, has stayed with me all my life. It's about being useful. It's about working hard. It's about looking around you to see where you can make a difference. Mercy women do that. I've got many friends who are mercy women, and somehow or other you can always tell. You can always tell those women who've been educated to step up and step out. Some of our leading feminists, they come from convents, and I think they've had a great impact. St Saviour's, a mercy education, shaped what for me has been a very fulfilling life, and I'm grateful.
Last year, a group of our friends who had been at St Saviour's last century got together, and it was a great opportunity because talking to you now, I can remember the kinds of things that we talked about when we were looking at our friendships, our education, what St Saviour's meant to us. And we shared that there was a real sense of acceptance and also expectation at St Saviour's. We were a small school. We didn't realise that really, but we were. But the nuns and the lay teachers and the whole community of St Saviour's just had an expectation that you could succeed. And our education was focused on that. If you were treated with respect and treated other people with respect, if you worked hard, there was this sense of working hard was so important. And if you had a sense of community, and for all of us, as we were gathering, talking about our lives and what had happened since, this came out all the time. Those qualities of respect and challenge, that there was a challenge to be the very best you could be. And we were grateful for that. Of course, we had some fearful moments as well with some of the teachers, but nonetheless, we know that St Saviour's was important to us, and that the people we've become now and the families that have come after us owe so much to the time we had there. And we actually made that commitment that St Saviour's helped us. We remember it so well, and we hope that it will go on into the future, a very strong future for very many women into the future.
Well, St Saviour's College created in me a thirst for knowledge, and I graduated in 1988. I was involved with everything I could possibly be involved in school. I was in the debate team, choir, even though I couldn't sing, and I was involved in a lot of fundraising activities. There was always something to be involved with in St Saviour's, and that created in me a belief that what I can do can really contribute to the community, the school community, and that then has translated really into where I am today. My role today is very much involved with the community, and I think the foundation of that thirst of wanting to be involved with the community really came from my education at St Saviour's.
I graduated from St Saviour's in Year 12 in 1994, and I have very fond memories of my time at the school, and I'm really grateful for its role in preparing me for my career in the law. It certainly provided me an opportunity to be myself and to do my best, both in the classroom and on the sporting field. In my final year at St Saviour's, my then legal studies teacher encouraged me to apply for a job at a local law firm, and I was successful in landing that job. And I started there straight from high school, and I studied my law degree externally. I'm still at that firm 28 years later and have enjoyed a very rewarding career. I've been able to learn on the job from a very young age, working on some really tough and high-profile cases, working on some new innovations in the legal industry, and taking on a number of senior leadership roles. In all of these opportunities, I have been challenged, I've been stretched, I have grown in confidence, and I've been given opportunities to innovate and to bring about change. Most importantly, I've been able to lead through values and through culture, which is very important to me. I do attribute a large part of my success to the values, the learning, the culture, and the environment that was provided to me at St Saviour's, and that is something that I remain truly grateful for.
My time at St Saviour's was incredible. I believe it was the vessel that's propelled me forward into the young woman I am now in an ever-changing world. It's instilled in me the values of justice, hospitality, excellence, and compassion, and I think those values have really made me more adaptable in our ever-changing world. Currently, I'm on to my third year of pharmacy at the University of Queensland, and next year I'll be starting my first year of medicine. I think that without St Saviour's and without these values that's been really instilled in me, I wouldn't be where I am now. So thank you, St Saviour's, and forever a Mercy Girl.